Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all had a great day. Guys, Christmas is around the corner and we have so many events right now in this video. I just want to cover them real quick. And also we have a guaranteed legendary champion coming up in a new deck of Fate. Before we start, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to the video. So, where do we start? Now, we have a summoning pool for PRISM shards, and these are the champions. So we have a headline champion, which is one of the new Unity champions, Tribune Heraclitus. Really cool champion, has kind of a unique mechanic where he still attacks when he's dead. So if you're trying to get your hands on this guy, this is your chance. Really cool champion. Seems pretty fun. Other than that, the summoning pool is pretty mediocre. If you're trying to get Seeker for your clan boss team, this is a proper chance. Other than that, the summoning pool is not really crazy. Mashaled seems nice. Morrigan, also pretty cool. Nice speed booster. Rotos, always been really good in Arena and Battle. One of the OG PvE gods, if you want to say so. So you can definitely get one Prism summon from the Sand Devil turn attack, which will start tomorrow. I got a few Sand Devil videos uploaded if you want to check them out. It might help you to get your turn count lower, to use less energy to complete it. So that's one way to get a Prism summon for just, running Sand Devil. Then we are going to have two summoning events from December 24th, tomorrow, until Friday the 27th. So we are going to have a 2x on Primal Shards, and this time it's going to be an actual 2x for all rarities, not only for mythicals or not only for epics and legendaries, for all of the rarities. So that's pretty good. The last one was just for mythicals. The one before that was just for legendaries and epics. Now they actually did a full 2x on Primal Shards, which is nice. I'm gonna do a shard pool video for my Primal Shards and hope I can get my hands on a new mythical champion. So yeah, definitely look out for that. It's gonna be fun. And then at the same time, we are going to have a progressive chance event, which is honestly not so good. I don't like it. Like, the champions that you can get here are pretty mid. I mean, of course, Wixwell is in here, for example. He's probably the best choice out of all of these. But other than that, I don't see a reason to go for any of these. And Wixwell is also only good if you're not already progressed. If your clan boss teams are not set yet, if you're not running Ultra Nightmare, if you can't wonky it, Wixwell might be your choice to go for. But other than that, the champions are really, really mediocre. Also, the chances are not increased for the other type of shards. Ancient shards, void shards, sacred shards will still have the same chance to get a legendary champion, so it's a really low chance to pull a legendary, and then a really low chance to get one of these targeted summons. For white shards, we actually have three pretty cool options. Grazur, Iron God, pretty solid champion, kind of functions a little bit like Krisk, but he also does max HP hits, so a really cool support champion. He can boost your damage quite a bit in Hydra, for example. Tormin, sometimes he can be clutch in Arena with his passive. Also a really, really old champion. Also was a fusion at one point. And then we have Solus, which was at one point the best defensive nuker there was. And now he's pretty decent in Hydra. He can be your provoker and deal a good amount of damage. But yeah, overall, this progressive chance event is not really getting me excited. Especially the non-voids are pretty mediocre. And then if you open up Plarium Play and you take a look at the event calendar, you can see there's a deck of Fate from tomorrow where you can get belts as a guaranteed legendary champion. Now, we don't know for sure how you get points for this deck of Fate, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna have to do with opening shards, because there are so many summoning events at the moment. This is definitely going to be the case. I don't know if it's going to be Champ Chase or Summon Rush. That's the only thing that I don't like, that I'm not sure of. But as you can see, they are saying here that we're going to get a Christmas gift if you log in tomorrow. So definitely do that. Log in tomorrow, get your shards. Probably gonna be a sacred or one of each shard types, most likely. At least that's what I'm expecting. But if it's only a sacred shard, that's fine as well. But yeah, Bells the Reckoner, is he worth to go for actually? So his base stats seem pretty cool. His base HP is 23,000, that's really high. His speed is okay, 99 speed, and crit damage, high crit rate, high crit damage, 50% crit rate. So I guess he's designed to do damage. 10 accuracy, slow, but that's fine. His A1 is a single target hit and has a 50% chance of placing a big version of decreased defense for 2 turns. It will also ignore 5% of the target's defense for each debuff on them. Okay, that's cool. For example, if the target, if you're running a debuff heavy team in Hydra, for example, and one of the Hydra heads has 10 debuffs, this will ignore 50% of the target's defense, and if you give him a defense ignore set as well, he will ignore 75% defense. With a 6-piece Merciless, you can get it even higher to 85%. And then if, Helm Smasher procs, he will ignore 100% defense. So pretty cool, honestly. His A2 is on a 3-turn cooldown if booked, and you can push the damage by 20%. Attacks one enemy, it's a single target hit, and before attacking, steals all buffs from the target. That's pretty good. A buff strip, it's a single target buff strip, but still really nice. It will repeat the attack against all enemies if the initial target is under a leech debuff. So I'm wondering if he's stealing the buffs from each target then, or is he just stealing the buffs from the first target and then just repeating the attack. But yeah, so again, he has synergy for with debuffs, in this case specifically for leech debuffs. His single target hit basically transforms into an AoE attack if the target has leech debuff. Let's see, A3. Also a 3-turn cooldown if booked. It's an AoE attack and has a 100% chance if booked of placing a block buffs debuff and a leech debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, which is pretty nice. Why am I saying this? Because there are not many champions out there that can actually deal damage. Now we're not sure if he does deal damage, but I'm assuming so, considering his base crit damage is pretty high. And if you don't have those, Wall Masters and Ferals, it's really hard to get that block buffs in your team and still do damage with that champion, There are not many options. And then also fills this champion's turn meter by 5% for each debuff placed by the skill. Wow, so that's cool. I see this guy just being used for Hydra. If he places block buffs and leech on all Hydra heads, that's 40% turn meter. Pretty good, honestly. Now let's take a look at his passive. Increases this champion's max HP by 5% and crit damage by 5%. Both stacks up to 50% for each debuff placed by this champion. Okay, so he has kind of a Nature's Wrath implemented in his passive. Really cool, to be honest. The longer the fight goes on, the stronger he gets. Pretty cool. 50% crit damage and 50% max HP with this base max HP is really good. Other than that, he has an accuracy aura in all battles, which is nice. Increased by 60, it's not the highest one, but solid. So yeah, overall, I think he's a really, really cool option. Look at the eye here. That's funny. It's a really, really cool option if you're missing a solid block buffs champion. And yeah, I think his kit on paper looks like he does deal damage. I just don't know how much. And I'm really curious to see what his multipliers are like. Another thing that launched today is this Forge Pass, which contains Slayer gear. Now this might be the only Forge Pass that's probably worth to go for, as you can't get Slayer gear anywhere else other than the Forge Pass. And yeah, if you're trying to get some decent Slayer gear, here's your chance. The Gold Pass costs 20 bucks, which is not too bad, honestly, for the amount of gear and stuff you get. If you're just going for the free one, you're going to be able to craft some pieces, but you mostly only get like 5-star gear here and there, and then these 75 legendary Slayer scales. So if we take a look at the forge, you can see that you need 5 legendary Slayer scales for one item. That means you will be able to craft 15 pieces if you're just going for the for the free pass, and that's it. And then we get 3 6-star epic accessories here at this milestone. So yeah, on top of all these events, we still got the fusion going on. Don't forget to complete those if you're going for the fusion. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm going to pull shards tomorrow. I have 42 primal shards, which I'm going to use and see what they can get me. So yeah, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And with that being said, see you in the next video.